If someone says that others speak ill of you, don't justify yourself. Just say, I wish they knew more of my flaws, then they wouldn't only mention these. Grant me a short, yet meaningful life, not a long, meaningless one. If you're working to please others or avoiding something thinking about what others will say, you have strayed from the right path. Nothing great is created suddenly. Like the fig tree, it first flowers, then bears fruit, and finally ripens. It's not right to think people will see you the way you see yourself. True freedom doesn't come from fulfilling desires, but from extinguishing them. Difficulties reveal who a person truly is. A person who can laugh at themselves never lacks things to laugh at. People are more troubled not by real problems, but by their own exaggerated imaginations about them. Circumstances do not make the person. They only introduce them to themselves. It is better to live calmly and freely with a person of great soul than to live a life filled with discontent amidst a crowd. Sorrow arises when we try to control what cannot be controlled or ignore what is within our control. One who cannot control themselves is not free. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to stop worrying about things that are beyond our control. Just because someone is alone doesn't mean they are lonely. Similarly, being in a crowd doesn't mean they aren't alone. What happens to you doesn't matter as much as how you react to it. If you want to improve, be prepared to be seen as foolish and ignorant. True success lies in surrounding yourself with people who lift you up and bring out the best in you. A fool's grief fades with time, while the wise remove it with their wisdom. Freedom is life's most worthy goal, achieved by ignoring things beyond our control. Other people's narrow views and troubles can be contagious. Don't harm yourself by unknowingly adopting their negativity and useless thoughts. You are a small soul carrying a lifeless body. The person who is not happy with little will never be happy with more. First, understand the meaning of what you want to say, and then speak. Know who you are first, then dress yourself accordingly. Connect yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what others think or do. Stay connected to your true purpose, no matter what is happening around you. The one who can make you angry becomes your master. They can only anger you if you allow yourself to be troubled by them. If something bad is said about you and it's true, correct yourself. If it's false, laugh it off. Small-minded people blame others. Ordinary people blame themselves. And wise people consider blaming to be foolishness. Do not wish for events to happen as per your desires. Instead, wish for them to happen as they do, and everything will be fine. No matter what happens, turning it to my advantage is in my hands. Who is wealthy? The one who is content. We only have the power to change our perspective on events, not the events themselves. Nothing in itself is terrifying. not even death. It only seems so because we fear it. We should not trust those who say that only free people should be educated, but rather those philosophers who say that only educated people are free. What is the meaning of freedom? Simply the right to live the way we choose. Whether someone helps, hinders, praises, or criticizes you, remember that they see you through their perspective. If someone speaks or acts with a wrong mindset, they harm themselves, not you. At a feast, remember that you host two guests, body and soul. Whatever you give to the body, you soon discard, but what you give to the soul, you keep forever. Be mindful of who you converse with. People unconsciously adopt the habits, values, and views of those they interact with. Interpret events as they are. It is not a cause for regret if someone is born or dies or loses money or property, for these are not truly theirs. But if one loses their dignity or true wealth, that is something to mourn. Luck may save people from punishment, but it cannot save anyone from fear. A wise person controls their desires, while a fool becomes a slave to them. Do not try to appear wise to others. Live wisely and be right in your own eyes. The essence of philosophy is to live in such a way that one's happiness depends minimally on external things. Do not make too many friends. Otherwise, you will tire from constantly removing knives from your back. A ship does not rely on a single anchor, nor does life rely on a single hope. You become what you focus on. The sun does not need prayers or spells to rise. It shines on its own. Similarly, do good deeds without seeking praise, so people love you as they love the sun. People take joy in blaming others for their mistakes, whereas philosophy teaches that one should not point fingers without careful thought. What you do not wish for yourself, do not wish for others. If you dislike slavery, do not make others slaves. Jealousy is the worst enemy of a happy person. By focusing too much on external things, we weaken our inner strength.